X-Shot Meteor, 100 FPS out of the box for around 25 bucks, 20 bucks. Man, let's rock and roll. Hey guys, Joe here from XFoxGames. Check it out. You guys know this. It was sitting up there on our little wall here of toys for probably about a week or two. Of course, it is the X-Shot. Do I need to say it? It's the Meteor, right? This thing is pretty intense. 100 FPS out of the box. And it's about 20, 25 bucks depending on where you get it. And I see the prices are actually coming down now. I have yet to see both of these at my local store, you know, like my Walmarts and Targets, but you can find these online, especially this. If you guys didn't already watch this review of these GATs, I mean, check it out. I'll put it like right up there and check it out. I mean, these things are well worth it. But yeah, oh man, the Meteor, 100 FPS out of the box. This thing rocks and rolls like, whew. Of course, the package itself, I mean, pretty straightforward, right? Get a good shot of the gun. You could see right there, yeah, 100 FPS. Oh man, I just can't get over that thing. I can't believe that dude's not wearing any glasses, right, inside on the package. I mean, 100 FPS, that's gonna, you don't want to get your eyes shot out on that thing. But still, it does come with, of course, 12x Meteor rounds. Again, they are the similar rounds, right? I mean, nothing, whoa, nothing too fancy. You do get 100 of these inside when you do get the Orbit, which is an awesome deal. And the packaging is very straightforward, right? You open it up. It does have kind of these twisty little knob things on the inside to kind of open it up. I haven't seen those before, so hey, why not? I think they're kind of cool. But yeah, this thing rock and rolls. I am super impressed with its performance kind of out of the box. So yeah, again, how much is it? It's about 20 to 25 bucks depending where you got it. I got ours, I believe, on eBay. If I remember, I got 2 of these on Amazon, and then I got this particular one on eBay because I couldn't find this one, well, currently as of right now on Amazon. So it does have, of course, the nice little, of course, safety and not safety. Very cool. Everybody's got to have one of those. And yeah, the clip retainer itself, I think, is the big one. This kind of proprietary clip system that even the Orbit uses, which is kind of cool. You just shove a bunch of balls in there, and it kind of pushes and just goes. And it's cool. You can see it has this little kind of nub here where it's like kind of under the front part of the gun. You just slide it down. It locks into place. And you're going to notice, pretty much just like the Orbit, you kind of shove the balls down in this particular hole. Now, there's one thing to note, is if you look down in that hole, there's kind of this little lever. And sometimes you might think you can shove 2 or 3 or 4 more balls extra in there, and then you're going to notice when you turn the gun over, they fall back out because that little lever itself is not holding the bottom of the ball. So make sure you guys kind of watch that. I'll pop a big little kind of picture of it on the screen here so you kind of can see it. And just like the other ones, you do have that little lever on the bottom here. When you press it, it kind of releases that bottom little tube, which then pushes up on the actual magazine on the bottom. Now, you can get 5 in here. If you really cram them, you could probably get 6 with the actual one inside the chamber. I don't try to overdo it just because, hey, all right, I mean, still, this is going to rock and roll. And one of the things, guys, someone asked me in the comments on my other one, you know, how does the X-Shot Orbit, how does this thing, what is its equivalent? And there's a lot of different equivalents when it comes to the different brands like Nerf and things like that. So it's really hard to kind of gauge exactly what is this, you know, exactly what is the model this is comparing to. But this one, I believe, I mean, one of the best ones is going to be probably the rival, which is this right here. So I don't want to go too far here, but this is going to be probably its kind of competitor, right? Very, very similar. We're probably going to open this one up so you guys can see it. And these in the store, too, are, I think they were like $9, so they're actually a little bit cheaper than this. But it shoots a little bit less. It doesn't shoot 100. This one only shoots 90. But I just kind of wanted to throw that out there for some of you. Okay, so yeah, this thing looks great. I mean, it has that same build quality as the Chaos, that same kind of color series, right? The X-Shot Chaos series. And it has that cool kind of carbon fiber on the bottom, or that kind of carbon fiber look, which I think is awesome. It was, of course, on the top of the Orbit, which I think is cool. It does have, of course, the little kind of ball tray here. If you open this part on the back, you can see it has kind of this little ball tray in here in case you want to release a ball or see if something is going on. And this is how I noticed that, you know, if you don't push this little down button here, when you do cock it, you'll see that the balls aren't feeding up into the actual unit itself. So it is something to kind of remember. If you're like, why isn't this thing shooting? Oh, take a, you know, just pop that little thing down here, this little window, cock it and be like, oh, the balls aren't being pushed up, probably because you didn't push the little button right here to have the spring magazine put pressure on the actual balls. Now, just of course like the Orbit, this top rail, right? Now, the top rail does not have, and see, it looks like, when you look at it, it looks like it has indentations on the top, so you can't actually fit, a red dot scope on there. But you could see this thing is just too big. It's just too big for the rail. It's probably too big by a lot. And even if you put this on there, there's nowhere for those bottom of those feet to actually grab. Whoa, there's nowhere for your feet to grab onto that, onto that thing. Maybe they did that for a reason. I don't know. I just, I wish this was compatible with maybe something they're going to come out with. I don't know. I just know currently the two popular scopes that I would use do not work. Now, performance. It says 100 FPS on the box. Does it shoot 100 FPS? It shoots very, very close. You guys can kind of see, here are my shots here. Now, take it with a grain of salt. When I shoot this thing, sometimes it hits the inside of my little chrono on accident. So some of those are from, from me hitting it or just not doing it right. So it shoots, yeah, almost 95 FPS just straight. And that is awesome straight out of this, right? Some of the rival series, I mean, they claim 90, but usually they're a little bit less. But this thing shoots pretty hard, and the sound of it isn't actually too bad. So you guys can kind of listen here. Oops. Oops. So it's actually not that bad, and it shoots, I mean, pretty straight. So you could tell, I mean, when you shoot this thing, you could tell it has some punch to it. It also has the nice feature, you can tell when it has kind of that hollow sound. It does have kind of that anti-blow-by, so when you do it when there's no ball, you can kind of hear it go through. So, yep. So the air is not being just shot out the barrel. It sounds like it's actually getting pushed back, which is cool because a lot of people dry fire their guns and kind of ruin it, So, overall, guys, I love this particular handgun. I think that ergonomically, it fits great in my hand. I mean, again, I got some bigger hands, and this thing fits, oh man, it just fits great in my hand. It feels great. I love the fact that it can hold a couple rounds, and you're not cocking anything back here or on the side. It's all right up here on the top, which I think is awesome. I do feel like maybe someone is going to make a kit for this thing where it's just going to be like, maybe something up here, you can just cock it and slide it back, or have an upper tube up here. I don't know. I don't know if I'm going to modify this. I might. I think it shoots hard enough out of the box, but I would definitely love to open it up and kind of see what spring is in here and see if it is compatible with some other Nerf blasters, springs that are out there. But yeah, I think it's definitely worth the price. Is it a great kind of deal comparison to the Orbit? No, because you're getting 2 Orbits and 100 balls, and that is hard to beat. Note, guys, it does come with, of course, an instruction manual and, yes, a little sticker kit. Of course, just, it always has the stickers on one side, but not the other. So it has a lot of stickers here that you can kind of put and pick and choose on where you want them to go on the unit. I mean, there's a lot of stickers there, so you can almost overdo it on this particular thing. But overall, again, I love it. I think the X-Shot Chaos series definitely nailed it. I love the look. I love just kind of how hard they shoot. I really like it. I mean, let me know what you guys think. Anyways, we do have a giveaway here coming up, guys. We're probably going to announce it here just in a little bit. I know a lot of you guys have been wondering about that, saying, yeah, what's going on with the giveaways? So don't forget about that. Definitely subscribe, guys, if you haven't already. Thanks again, Fox fans.